Okay. And push the button to go live. It says that we are live. I'm going to trust the StreamYard and say that I am live. Hello, everybody. My name is Carrow Brown. I am an urban fantasy author. I am also the executive assistant over at the Riververse LLC, and we are here today to write words. And if I look a little tired, it is because it is the end of the month, and I have all of my end of the month author things that I like to do. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Also, by the way, I am cursed with really bad luck with technology. I've got like the tech gremlin glitch very hard this month, but I was actually a very bad author because I haven't looked at my author expenses since I moved here from Florida, and I was getting caught up on all that, and there were some fun surprises and there were some not fun surprises, but at the same time I'm the one that spent the money, so it's like I knew I had to own it at some point. So here I am. But oh man, it's been such a wonderful month so far, and we're about to move into November, and November is fun because November is my most busy month of the entire year, which is also when I plan out my following year, because if there's one thing that I know, I always plan out my following year when I'm my most busiest, so I don't overplan. So it's kind of like I won't have energy, I'm going to be tired, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, you guys can't hear me. I love that. I love being heard. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you. I really appreciate it so much. So, oh man. I'm going to rub my face. As you can see from this lovely disclaimer right here, we'll be discussing burnout today. Burnout. And we're discussing the burnout because as we move into November, which is also National Novel Writing Month, we're about to move into the High Writing Productivity Month. And if there's one thing I know about NaNoWriMo, it's usually by the 15th, everybody doesn't want to write books anymore because they burned themselves out. So that would be a good topic for us to dive into. Even if you are not a participant of the NaNoWriMo, we can still talk about it. It's all good. And while I wait for a few more folks to come on in, let me go ahead and say hello to the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Andrew is here. Hello, favorite. How are you doing today? I know you have a stream in an hour. You and I don't usually fight over stuff like this, but don't worry, I have your link right here, and I'm actually going to share it with everybody too. So if you guys would like to go and hang out with Andrew in an hour, I would say do it. Go there, bully him, and have fun. Where is it? Where's the share button? Why is sharing things so hard on YouTube? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Here's the link. Go there and bully Andrew, please. Thank you. All right. Anyway, hello, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us. Avery is here. Hello, Avery. Thank you for the alternative spelling of favorites. I always appreciate it. And I hope you are doing good. You're at the gym right now. Let me make sure. Yep, you are at the gym. I hope you are enjoying those reps and getting the best gains that you can. Let's see. Hail the Lord is here. Hello. I hope you are having a blessed Sunday as well. My Sunday is full of water. I mean, it's not like terrible by other standards of places that have been flooded in, but I can't run because all my running paths are flooded. Oh, boo-hoo, first world problems. It's so terrible. I know. Maybe later. Maybe tomorrow. Let's see who else is here. AS is here. Hello. Greetings to you. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And Music for All is here. Hello, hello. I hope you are doing well. Erin is here. Hello, Erin. YouTube told me that you're back. It's nice to see your face again. Thank you for coming and seeing my face. I really appreciate it. I hope your face is also doing well, my friend. I have been trying to get back into the streaming just a little tiny bit. At one point, I was like, I'll make time to do videos again. And then I was like, I don't have time to do videos. So I'm really sorry. If you guys want my evergreen writing content, that's on my blog. Here's where you come to see my face and listen to me talk about things. So if that's something you're into. Oh, Ghost Rider is here. I hope your plane ride was gentle to you this time around. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Cool Gamer is here. Hello, Cool Gamer. It is always good to see you. I have no idea what this looks like. I have no idea. I'm going to pretend like it's a smiley face because I can. See, Vigilance Creed says, hail. Hail to you as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. YouTube was voted most likely to push other kids off the slide in elementary school. Oh, man. Man, it's true though. I don't know if you guys saw, but Royce was trying to stream, and like for some reason, like the entire EU crowd could not watch the stream. Like YouTube was like, nope, can't watch Americans today. Fuck you. So, once you all noticed, I waited 2 minutes before my stream started before I started cussing, because apparently that's a rule now. Cool, fantastic, awesome. Yeah. Oh, gotta love YouTube and the ever-changing rules. That's how they really keep us on our toes, right? It's like, are you paying attention to us? We're gonna change this rule that will immediately demonetize your channel, but we're not gonna tell you about it until after you realize that you've got no money. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Ugh, gotta love it. All right, guys, it's time. What are you working on today? Are you working on writing? Are you editing? Are you doing the house cleaning? Are you napping? Are we doing nap sprints? I accept nap sprints here. I don't know if you guys know that, but I do. I think they're glorious. Oh, we got an answer to one of my questions. I slept a whole 3 hours, so I guess that means it was smooth. That's good. Last time I slept on a plane was when I had to fly from LA to Japan, and I got really lucky because for some reason, I guess a lot of people didn't want to go to Japan that day. So when I initially got on the plane, they had me kind of in the front, like closer to the front. I say front, I was still like in the poor people class. But when the plane took off, I looked behind me and there was a whole bunch of like empty rows behind me. So I just kind of got up and went and claimed one row and fell asleep. There were 2 other smart people who also did that. And I must say that we were very restful. It was very good for us. Let's see. I am alternating between critique work and writing. Bless you for doing that. Oh man, that critiquing that people do, like that can really save a book sometimes. Thank you for doing that. I am Herman Hunter. Oh, hello. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We're going to change the arbitrary enforced rule that you don't know was a thing and affecting your channel. Yeah, about the YouTubes. Oh my goodness. Working on a magic system. Oh man, I have banners for that. If I knew, I would have had the banners ready for you, but we're going to talk about burnout instead. I'm sorry, my friend. And Debbie is here. Hello, Debbie. Are you drawing or writing today, my friend? I'm always curious. Let's see. I'm heading to the hotel, and then I have a bunch of writing to do. That was a mood right there. I have not yet planned out my production schedule for 2024, mostly because I have one pending thing that might be dropped into my lap, and if it does drop into my lap, that immediately becomes like priority 1 for me. So I'm waiting to hear back if that's actually going to be a thing or not, and if not, then I'll continue with the production of something else of my own choosing and go from there. But sometimes when you like have an opportunity, like you have to prioritize things. So that one's mine. Let's see. Herman Hunter says, I was writing, but I'm a little burnt at this point. I got about 500 words out. Hey, you know what? Those are 500 glorious words. And how do I know? Because you wrote them. That's how I know. Let's see. And then Andrew says, I'm trying to push through this dialogue bit I've been stuck on. Okay, so my tip for you is just, even if it's crap, write it and go back and edit it later. That's always been my thing, which is actually what I'm doing. I know I am literally looking at a piece of very shit writing that I'm about to make not shitty. So this is the good part about having to do self-edits. The bad side is the fact I have to read it and know that I wrote it. Let's see. Debbie says, I've been working weekends, but today I don't have to go until later working on writing. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. We love that. All right, I think I got everybody. I did, yay! I love it, good. Okay, so before we go ahead and start into our first sprint, I'll go ahead and throw up the first question for all of us. And that first question, once I scroll through all of these fun things, I've streamed before, guys, I swear. We'll take that down as well. And I'm gonna pull up the 0 timer because I'm gonna pretend like I've done this before. So the first question is, what does burnout feel like to you? And the fun thing about burnout, actually, let me give you guys a primer before I start diving into this. So one of the things that I was researching when I was going through my psychology program is I was actually researching the correlation between burnout and PTSD. And the reason I researched that was because in the workforce, we were currently looking at a high trend of turnover. And one of the main reasons people were reporting that they were having high turnover is because they felt burnout from their job. Right. Now, the interesting thing that a lot of people don't always know is that burnout and PTSD have a lot of overlap. Like that Venn diagram, very close. It's obviously got a couple of things on the outside that, make them very different, but the symptoms, the recovery pattern, all that stuff is pretty close together. And so when I realized that and I was looking more into it, one of my initial thoughts was, why do we treat them both so differently? Because if you tell somebody that you have PTSD, they're always kind of like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Are you seeing a therapist, right? And if you tell somebody I have burnout, they're like, well, you should take a nap, right? So I thought that if we were going to talk about helping people with burnout, then we should probably be treating it like it's a much more serious thing. And I guess my more secondary selfish reason for that is because when I was a teacher, and every year they had literally a map of how burned out we were going to be at certain parts of the year. And they were like, well, just push through. Even though you hate your job and you don't want to do it anymore, you have to do it for the kids, right? You know, that kind of narrative. We'll say it that way. I was going to say something a little more crude on that, but we don't want to get burned out, especially if we're talking about something that we love doing. If we like writing, we like drawing, we like, I don't know, insert the thing that you really like to do here. So on that note, though, in order to prevent burnout, you have to have kind of an awareness of what burnout feels like for you. So burnout for me is actually the first sign that I have for burnout is when I become socially reclusive. That's my first sign, and it's because I don't have the energy to offer to other people. I know sometimes here on YouTube I seem like a little bit more of like, I'm not going to say like I'm a total, extrovert, but it's a little bit easier for me to talk to people here because literally right in front of me is a wall, right? And I don't have to worry about maintaining eye contact and stuff like that. But when it comes to extending myself and talking to folks and maintaining my interpersonal relationships, first thing that goes right there, followed by my Instagram feed and my YouTube stuff, because again, and the big priority of things like those things always fall off first. So I immediately don't want to spend time with friends, and I don't want to spend time on things that are not benefiting me instantly. So that's what it feels like for me. And then by the time I realize what's happening, it's too late because I haven't updated anything in 3 months. Oh no, what do I do? Right. So that's my personal example that I wanted to offer just for food for thought. Again, it's different for everyone. So now I'm going to put the question back up before we answer preemptively. Now, when you guys answer this question, just for the sake of helping me find your answer, if you just put an A and then the number in front of it, then I can, when I'm scrolling through the conversations you're having, it will help me find it. So that way I can make sure that I read it for everybody. So, and I think that's it. I think we're going to start our first sprint. What time is it? It's 12 after. It works. We'll go ahead and do it. So it's going to be a 20-minute sprint. We will do whatever it is that we're doing for 20 minutes. Maybe you are napping, maybe you are writing, editing, drawing. You have those 20 minutes to use as you see fit. We will come back and then we will socialize for 10 minutes while sharing our progress and going over the answers. And then we'll just repeat that 3 more times. And it will be wonderful because I said so. On that note, we're going to go ahead and start this in 3, 2, 1, and I will talk to you guys in 20. Okay, last time. Feel free to share what you did and how you did and all that goodness. I finished editing chapter 9 and I am in the middle of editing chapter 8. Now I'm editing chapter 9. I did not count the words I wrote. I just kind of was filling in gaps that I had left and noticing that I don't remember if I've described things before certain passages, so I'm making notes before I send this to the editor to go back and make sure that they're there. So that's me. Tell me about you. And while you guys tell me about you, I'm going to go back and read the answers for the question of what does burnout feel like to you. And I'm going to also turn that off. And if you guys have not done so, oh man, how did I forget that? Save your work, drink water, stretch, unclench your jaw. Let's do that. All right, there we go. I usually have this on here, but for some reason, today was not that day. Okay. All right, so again, if you have not saved your work, please feel free to do so. Stretch, move around, drink some water, hydrate. Now I will go and read the answers. Okay, so Hale says, I've experienced social burnouts, and it's feels like a waste of my time, so that's why I only entertain people who and what I enjoy doing. Oh, that's one way to do it for sure. Let's see. I don't know if that's the answer to the question. Oh, I missed Stacy. Stacy, I'm so sorry. Hello, Stacy. I didn't even say hello to you when you came in. I am a terrible host. Hello, Stacy. Thank you for being here. Stacy says, I don't know if I have had burnout, but there are definitely times when I feel extremely overwhelmed, overstimulated even, and it makes it hard to do anything until I can find balance. That is fair. I'm going to scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, good. Let's see. Oh, Melissa is here. Hello. Showed up late. You are never late. You are a wizard. You show up exactly when you mean to. Let's see. But wanted and enjoy the creative vibes. Sorts while I sort out house stuff. That's fair. And you say that burnout to me feels like I can't generate or properly articulate my story ideas. I have an idea, and it's a good one, but I'm stuck on how to move forward and develop it. I know depression really fucks with the brain in so many different ways. Let's see. Ghostwriter says, burnout feels like a wall of depression in my brain. No reason for it. And why is it colder in Texas than in Ohio? I don't know. Yesterday was 86 degrees and today is cold as fuck. It's going to get colder. I'm not ready for this. I'm not. I only have one long sleeve shirt and I'm wearing it right now. It's still cold. I'm screwed, guys. I'm screwed. Let's see. Wonderful conversations. Oh, we have more. Burnout feels like my brain is overheated and needs radiator changed before I can be creative again. Though writing for Hollywood tends to short out creative aspects that will only allow to pander. I know they treat those writers like freaking content farmers, and the moment they break, they're like, okay, we'll go on to the next one. Let's see. Debbie says a lot like depression for me. I feel drained and I can barely lift my pen or fingers to get creative. That's so sad. Let's see. I was whining in the chat. Does that count? I don't know if you're whining. I think you're expressing. Hello, John. Thank you so much for being here. Burnout for you is when I struggle to find that for which I should be grateful. I can see that. Let's see. Andrew says, creative burnout for me is when I can't set my mind into the creative zone because of all of my energy has been taken up by everything else. No, not good. Get that energy. Stacy says that she wrote 263 words, which is great since I am mining documents. Oh, you're going through the graveyard, as I like to call it, getting those zombie bits. Let's see. Don't worry. I was really late and had to restart my computer. I still feel bad, Stacy. Stacy, you matter to me. I want to say hello to you when I see you. Timo. Hello, Timo. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Also, Stacy is the only reason I'm doing Power Hour for Nano. I promised Stacy that I would do it only for her, but I guess you guys can come and hang out too. What is the Power Hour? It's basically where I stream for 1 hour and we write as many words as we can. I don't know when I'm going to do it, though, because I was trying to set up my schedule for it, and I realized I have a lot of conflicting events. So even though I want to say that I'm going to do it consistently at this time every day, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So when I get done spending time with you delightful people, I have to look at my schedule and be like, how do I make it make sense? I don't know. So pray for me. Pray for me, guys. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Let's see. I'm just as happy that the rain stopped in Ohio before the kids went out trick-or-treating. It's cold, but at least they're not getting wet at the same time. It's true. Let's see. Zombie bits. I like that. I have so many ideas, especially good ones, which gets lost in the shuffle. Yeah, I call it when you have to cut stuff, I never really delete it. I just put it in the graveyard, and then when I want to get my zombies, I go in there and see if there's anything I can save. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, that folder gets a couple thousand words every year. So let's see. And then Timo says, burnout for him feels like I've been in a constant state of burnout for the last few years. I basically force myself through it every day. Oh no, that's not good either. Marcos is here. Hello, Marcos. Hope the weekend has been great. Weekend has been very good. It has been very cold and very wet, and I'm a little grumpy. I haven't been able to do any of my running, but again, first world problems. Whoa. So I'll get over it. I'll live. Catpaw is here. Hello, Catpaw. Thank you so much for joining. You are not late. You are here exactly when you need to be. You are fashionably arrival. Fashionably arrival. All right, let me go ahead and get the next one up, and check it out. I'm even going to make sure I have the right banners on the bottom. Yes, it's like I've done this before, guys. It's like I've done it before. So let's see. Question 2 is, what methods do you use to refill your well? I really hate that phrase. Refill the well. Refill your bucket. How do you help work through burnout? What are your tactics for that? And the only reason I'm asking is because the way that, as you guys can see, everybody kind of experiences burnout a little differently. And the way that we get through it is also going to be a little different as well. So what is it that when you are kind of like either moving towards burnout or you're in the middle of burnout that helps pull you back out of it? And I know for some folks, it's they either take a break or they work on a different project or something. But whatever that is, feel free to share. I think for me, if I'm getting frustrated or I'm feeling burned out by a project that I'm working on, I will, for probably a very short period of time, shift my attention to a different project and feel progress with that. So like the more I feel like I'm able to get done with that, kind of helps me with what I'm feeling right now. And then I can go back and redirect that energy to the thing that I'm struggling with. And I think that's how I got through teaching, because every time I was having burnout with teaching, I would go home and I would write and I'd feel really good about the writing, and then teaching didn't quite feel so bad a little bit. It really kind of depended on what was going on at the school, because let me tell you, them kids, I love them, but them kids. Oh, wait, Stacy's clarifying. I literally meant mining documents for details. I am working on my family history project right now, and right now, draft cards and city... Oh, okay, never mind. That's actually even more impressive. I like it. Thank you for clarifying. That's really good. Ms. Swift is here. Hello, Ms. Swift. How are you doing today? I'm just here for a hot minute to tap the like button. I appreciate that like button. If you guys would like to hit the like button, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I respect your choices in life. It's all good. Let's see. Just want to make sure. See, Catpaw says, I redid my schedule for the week. It failed on day 2, but I will try again tomorrow. I know it would be better for me. I have to... it's always the last Sunday of the month, which is super busy for me, because I haven't even finished setting up my schedule for this coming week or the rest of the month. And I have to set up for the rest of the month because it's going to be busy. The least thinking I have to do about getting that stuff in order, the better it is for me. So... but I think we're going to go ahead and start this next 20-minute sprint. I'm feeling a little eager. I want to go ahead and get this done. So again, 20 minutes to use as you see fit. If you feel that you want to answer the question, I would appreciate it. Just make sure you put an A and then the number, so that way I can find your answer in the middle of the conversations that you wonderful people have. And we will go ahead and start this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. I will talk to you guys in 20. That was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I thought I was almost done filling this gap, and then I made another gap. Ah, fucking plot twist. I love it. Is there any more? Okay, so once I finish doing that one, I will be done with chapter 9. Only 19 more chapters to edit. No big deal. No big deal. No. Let's take a look. Yes, you did hear birdies. That is the alarm sound. It's either that or that blaring alarm that I really can't stand. So let's take a look and see what your guys' answers were while you share your progress with us today. I'm looking for 2A, A2. I think this is the soonest one. Yep, Marcos. Marcos says, I take a break, drink water, eat a snack, feed my fat ass cat, maybe do something else like play a bit of a game. Man, I haven't played a game in a while. Maybe I'll do that after I finish some of my admin work today. I keep buying games and not playing them. Like, again, first world problems. Man, it's just so terrible to be me. Let's see. A2. Okay, Timo says, like I said, I can feel I am in constant state of burnout, but the thing that seems to help the most is just getting my books finished. Progress. Oh, excuse me. I'm not meaning to yawn on you guys, so sorry. Let's see. Oh, Tim was here. Hello, Tim. Hail Royce's boss and Seeker of Goats for the Lady Rose. I'm working on it. It didn't work today. But I'm gonna be nice to Royce because it sounded like he was gonna like cough up some lungs on his stream. So, all right. Andrew said, "When I am able, I try to pivot projects and see if my present energy is capable of making progress in a different thing, even if it is in a small capacity." I also do that. I approve of that method. John says, ideally different project which is completely disconnected, like yard work or something else. If I must stay within the project, try to work on a lesser important priority part and mindless as possible. Ghostwriter says, burnout is mental exhaustion. I usually change projects or augment my mental exercises with physical ones. When practicing martial arts, I don't get burned out as my whole body is recovering. I am going to work out today. I really am. Like, there's been so much talk about exercise, and I'm like, almost like I have to go work out. I'll go do something, lift weights or whatever. I've got a whole set in the garage. Let's see. Oh, John had more to add. 2, recognizing burnout is important from recovering from it. Yes, because if you know that you are burned out, that will help you stop it from getting worse. Yes, I agree. Oh, we have more. Let's see. Continued, when your body needs to recover, it will trick your mind into doing it as well. Oh, shit. Okay, then I have to do it. Let's see. Stacy said, I think I missed something from Stacy. Part 2. I feel like maybe this is part 1. Okay, we'll see if I can figure this out. So, I like to call it finding my balance instead of refilling my well. When I need to find my balance again, I find I take more naps and afternoon showers to rest my eyes. I get migraines from light and eye strain, and I will listen to music and audiobooks. And then part 3 is I also find I pace a lot more when I'm stressed out, walking loops in the house, talking to myself. So if the weather is nice, I try to go to the park and walk. Oh, we do like some good exercise here. Yes. May have to bounce, cigar bar. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, Herman. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Ghost says, my job in Hollywood was creative consultant. I was the guy the creatives came to when they got burned out or writer's block. So it's bad when I'm the one needing to recover from it. Like, I don't know how to say this, but that's really fucking cool. And then essentially I was canceled for wrong think. Well, those people are dumb. And that's really all I can say about that. Hail the Lore says, I will watch something on fantasy stories to revive me after planning out a story for hours and write smaller ones that contain story that doesn't have so many moving parts. Let's see, and then John says, also, tried and true, prayer really does work to alleviate the mental burnout. If not outright alleviation, then path towards it to alleviate it. Oh, I hear that helps folks a lot. Let's see. Catpaw says, I was reading some articles on Stonewall research, and then I wrote 2 paragraphs. Lovely. We love it. Birdies is a good call. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. And then Amy, who's been lurking all this time. Amy. Oh my goodness. Hello, Amy. How are you? I hope you're doing well. The tweeting activated my parakeets. I'm sorry. See, I'm currently working in my backup trade of welding, though I am in Texas for a job interview. It was supposed to be on Friday, but the company was gracious enough to move it to Monday due to plane issues. Stupid plane issues. You guys remember when flying was reliable? Like, I feel like every time I have gone to the airport, not only is my flight delayed anywhere between 2 hours and 3 days, but then I always, it's just terrible. And I love that when the flight is delayed and it's their fault, it's your problem that you don't have anywhere to go, right? My one buddy who teaches English in Japan, he was literally living in an airport for 2 days because of his first flight was delayed, which caused him to miss his 2 connecting flights to go back to Japan. So at one point he was just in Atlanta sleeping in the airport, and I'm like, why could like the airport not put you in a hotel? Like that just like, I remember when that was a courtesy, and now they don't do it anymore, and that drives me nuts. But maybe because they were doing it so often, they couldn't afford to do it anymore, which is a different problem. And I don't understand airports anymore, and I don't want to fly. I don't want to fly. Stacy says 243 words and a bio break. Good job. Good job. Proud of that. What? I smashes a pumpkin on the like button. Good. I like pumpkin. Man, I had like some good pumpkin spice latte. I had to like recharge my basic bitch energy, and let me tell you, this latte like prime energy. Let's see. Debbie says, I will play video games, read comics, and a physical project like putting together a model kit or gardening. I keep trying to get into modeling, but I just can't, and that sucks because my husband loves modeling, and you'd think that would be something that I would be into, but I'm just not. Oh, man. Let's see. Marco says, actually, I have to go with speak/text with my best friend about what I'm working on, back and forth about that stuff helps settle things and further motivates helps counter the burnout. Good. Well, that's good. My friend and I called that sanity check. That's what we call it. It's like, am I insane for feeling this way? It's like, no, you're okay. It's like, well, let's work on this together. Yay. Let's see. And then John says, customer service does not seem like a priority, even if the thing anymore in flying. Yeah, it's gone. They're just like, oh, sorry, we've inconvenienced you for 2 days. Deal. Oh my goodness, I can't do it. I have a flight booked for January, and they've already changed the time, and they did that in September. Oh. I will pray for you, Amy. I'll pray for you. Yes. This is the thing. This is how we recharge. We recharge our basic bitch energy with pumpkin spice lattes and ranch dressing. Okay, this is why we stay so pale. We consume high amounts of both. All right. Aaron. Hello, Aaron. Welcome back. Aaron says the airport issues because so many pilots just retired during the beginning of the pandemic, and you can't become a pilot without having a current pilot let you co-pilot, and there's no way they can. Oh, shit. Inside info. I did not know. Thank you, Aaron. Let's see. And there's no way they can catch up with how many they need now. Well, oh, wait. There's a part 3. They also won't pay people to take pilot training, so only people of means can afford it. I know. I have a friend who is actually trying to get his helicopter license, and that situation I know way more about than I did before. That is just crazy. My goodness. What has happened? Oh my goodness, we are on part 3. We haven't even pulled up the banner. Look at me talking away, flapping my gums. All right, so the third question in our topic of burnout is going to be identify the stressor that leads you to burnout. So the thing that usually causes you, like, that always causes the most, like, what am I saying? I don't know. I wrote this question. I don't know what I'm asking. Forgive me. But it's one of the big factors that cause you to have that burnout. And I think the last time I felt really burned out was that sense of failure. Like, I kept trying to do something and it just didn't matter, right? And that's kind of why I end up pivoting projects, because I need to feel that sense of accomplishment in order to combat the burnout. And I felt it the most when I was teaching, because I was always writing all these papers and nobody gave a shit. It was just like, keep writing these papers for these children. I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't give you guys a countdown, so I'm at least going to do that. Okay, so this is our third sprint. We're going to do this for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and share our progress, and then we've got one more after that, and then we should be super green for the day. So I will go ahead and start this timer in 3, 2, 1, and I will talk to you guys in 20. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I am almost done editing chapter 11. Am I almost done? Let me scroll. No, I lied to you. I'm still scrolling. I still have a ways to go. But this next sprint, I will finish editing chapter 11, and it will be glorious. Alright, got my spot back. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron. I don't mean to have the birds scare you. It's literally like the least obtrusive one I could find. Like, they're all really bad. Like, they're so bad. Also, if anybody is interested and you want to go and show Andrew some love, he had to go to his stream. So if you want to pop in there and give him a like button and tell him I told you to bully him, I'm sure that will go over well. You don't have to do that last part. Just go say hi. I'm always trying to support my friends. Oh, that's fair. I get into the zone as well, and then they pop in, and I'm like, no, they're here. All right, well, while I'm waiting for you guys to share your progress, I'm going to go ahead and find the answers that you were kind enough to share with me in regards to identifying the stressor that leads to your burnout. You did catch me monologuing. You caught me. Let's see. Okay, so Amy says, when I can't make progress on something, if there is something outside my reach or I struggle with something for too long, my frustration swiftly ignites burnout. No! Hail the Lore says, a burnout story-wise when I can't take the idea in my head that makes perfect sense, or can't make perfect sense and it can't translate it well on paper, mostly struggling with making a concept make sense. I understand. Let's see, Ghost says, for me, it was personal issues with my ex compounded with the thought police I was working with. I don't really have a burnout problem when I'm working with good people. On my own, I work out. Good. I understand that too. I think the worst time, I think my worst burnout I ever had was actually when I was teaching, and it was savage. All right, Stacy says, part 1. Oh, wait, how many parts are there? There's a part 2, and where's my part 3? Okay, I just want to make sure I found them. Stacy says, busy times, but when I have a lot to do, and mostly, if not all of it, I have to do, like holidays, back to school, and the time when we have a lot of doctor's appointments. I know when I have to get all these things done, I tend to get overwhelmed, then I stress, and I can only do the things I absolutely need to do, so busy times are a big stressor. Scroll. Oh no, I lost part 3. That's part 2. Is this part 3? I think this might be part 3. Nope, that is your progress. I've lost your part 3, Stacy. Maybe it was just 2 parts. We're gonna say it was 2 parts. Maybe I saw A3 and thought you meant 1 of 3. We're gonna go with that. I'm quite silly that way. All right, Catpaw says, too tired to be productive and too guilty to feel relaxed, chasing the next gig, worried about other things like health and stuff out of my control, no funds to do fun things, no. And the state of the world, I worry, if worry was a sport, I could try out for the Olympics. I mean, man, that's a great line though. If I could worry, man. No, I'm not gonna take it from you, it's your line, it's your line. Timo says it's partially my personality and partially probably because being a guy and having that never-ending ambitions needs to achieve. The constant mild depression probably doesn't help either. No. John says different things, time constraints to small projects which demand expansion to be completed, not taking care of myself, eating regularly, exercising, recent sloppy work, and to trying to go back to full throttle after tragedy like bereavement or injury. The brain will take time to process it, whether you're working on something else or not. Oh. Is there any more? Did I miss anybody's answer? Okay, doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. So Stacy said in that time, I'm sorry if you guys hear that garage door. Let's see, in the first 5 minutes, I wrote 128 words and finished chapter 6. I opened a new doc for chapter 7, made my daughter a light dinner. She needs more, and started making tea. You are a super parent. That is what I just read. You are an amazing parent. You like the birds. Okay, John, just for you, I will keep the birds. All right, I see birds in the morning. Oh, man. Oh. I'm about to yawn again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm yawning. I had like 9 hours of sleep last night. Maybe that's why. Too much sleep. I usually don't sleep that much. I've been trying to be better about my sleep hygiene, as they call it, and taking better care of myself. Mostly because this new fitness band I have is called Whoop 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 Whoop, and it measures like how well my body is recovering from things, and it will do everything from like, you know, your heart rate to like your respiratory, skin temperature, all of that. And it sounds so weird, but I'm so vexed because I keep trying to have my recovery stay at 80%, but I can't get it to do that. Like the highest I got in the last week was like 74%. And it's either things like maybe overworking or whatever, but yeah, like I've literally have been making choices because I'm like, no, I need my recovery rate to be higher. It's such a silly thing to be, I don't know if it's a silly thing to be mindful of, but I think it's just a silly thing that I've decided to be mindful of the whole spectrum of everything. So, yeah, I do want to work out. I really do. So like a couple of weeks ago, like I think it was 2 weeks ago, I threw my back out, and I threw my back out by stepping off a curb, right? Like it was like the weirdest thing to do it, but you know, the doctor I talked to said like he's had people that have thrown their back out while tying their shoe and stuff. So I guess it's just like the perk of being 40. But ever since then, I've been kind of like careful with how I've been working out. I know I waited probably 5 days before I tried running again, and that wasn't too uncomfortable, but I haven't like lifted weights really at all. Not the way I did before. And I really was hoping to make like some more gains in November or before we got to November, but that didn't pan out. So I'm like, oh. But we'll try again. There's always tomorrow. You see, okay, so you're one person that did it while tying your shoe. No, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was just like, it was so bizarre because I literally stepped off the curb and there was like a crunch, pull, tightness in the small of my back, and next thing I knew, I was like, I don't feel so good. Maybe I should just take it slow for a minute. But I was able to stay standing, so I think that was a testament to my current physical state, so that was nice. Let's see. I like Athena X. What is Athena X? I have no idea what this is. I am now researching. You guys are teaching me all kinds of shit today. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? What is this? It's a workout program. Okay, I'm learning. We got a bunch of shirtless guys on the front. So far, that's a major selling point for me. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, we got a supplement. Oh, Salone is on here. Okay, I'll come back and check this out later. Let's see. You pulled yours when you're asleep? What? Kappa, no. That's a terrible way to wake up. No. Oh, no. Let's see. Timo says, try some weight carries. That's the one on either side, and those help out a ton with increasing core strength. And okay, I can do that. I've actually have. Is it raining outside? It's not. It's just cold. I'll warm up and do something when I get done. Let's see. Oh, he is a physical trainer with a physical therapy background. I will take your word for it. My first impression was shirtless men, which in Carrow land is definitely top A, catch my attention kind of stuff. Maybe. I think he's still in the other room, but he'll watch the stream and catch me. That's what he does. He's very supportive in watching my stream, so I'm always thankful for that. All right, so before I get carried away, it's the last question time, guys. Last question involving burnout. It doesn't involve burnout whatsoever, because we were talking. Oh wait, did it not save? Oh, it didn't save, motherfucker. Oh no, there it is. Aha. Okay. Last question involving burnout is check-ins, right? And it's usually when people ask how you're doing, and you can either be honest or you can give whatever answer you want. So, are you burned out on these questions? No, I'm not burned out on the questions. But I think just, checking in with friends and doing like touch bases and just kind of like having people hear you and kind of give you, hey, I didn't ask you. Be quiet. Is good for you. So my question is tell me about you. How are you guys doing today? Are you doing good? Are you not doing good? You can, I would say be careful with the oversharing because I will be reading this out loud, but you know, feel free to share how you're doing. But we're gonna go ahead and do the final sprint for today. These 20 minutes are yours to do with as you see fit. You can write, you can nap, you can, I don't know. They're your 20 minutes. I won't judge you for what you decide to do with them, but we'll go ahead and start them in 3, 2, 1, and I will see you guys in 20. Hello, welcome back. That was our last sprint. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all of that. I had a moment with my animal. Ranger somehow got under my desk and unplugged the entire power supply. I didn't think he would be able to do it because the whole thing is flush up against the wall, but what do I know? I know nothing. I am like Jon Snow. But he was very startled by my my verbiage that I used afterwards and has promptly fled the room, and I have left the door closed for both of our well-being at this point. I'm gonna go give him some cuddles though. I don't usually yell at Ranger very often, so when I do, it's not received very well. So he's probably out there like panicking right now, and I feel kind of bad. Let's take a look and see answers to question 4 about how you doing, because I would like to know. Let's see. Amy says, makes Marge Simpson sounds. Do they have an emoji for that? I don't know. I bet we could find out. Ghost says, I'm doing good. When this interview tomorrow goes amazing, I'll be doing even better. I'll have to get a vehicle again to move, but one problem at a time. Now back to character creation, world building. Fuck yeah. Timo says, I'm alright. I think hunt some cryptics in the woods with the boys video game. Incredibly competitive, intense games actually help me relax and get my mind off projects for whatever reason. So I'm going to work out and then I'm going to play games. That's what I'm taking away from a lot of the stream today. Sluggish and a bit foggy, slept badly last night, feel unmotivated, and have a mountain to climb, MS to finish, and so many things I'd rather do. I hope you feel better though, Catpot. Let's see. Hail Allure says, doing well today. It's my chill, prepping for the next week, and working on details in my magic system. Nice. And Stacy says, I'm doing okay right now. Actually, at the moment, I feel great because I'm making progress on my project, but I also know that I am close to tipping the balance on my scales. Well, I hope you keep doing amazing, Stacy, because you are an amazing person. And then John says, okay, physically recovering from a cold, just low energy. My car died while I was sick. Thankfully, we're feeling better, and getting to visit here. Well, I'm very happy that you came to spend some time with us. And then my husband was kind enough to tell you why I suddenly disappeared from the stream. Not my favorite thing. Let's see. I see a Pomodoro, but where are the tomatoes? I don't know. Love all those covers in the background. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have been fiddling with all of this magic stuff. I'm not very tech illiterate, but I do my best. And I figured, if I don't talk about my books, I can at least show you guys that I wrote some. I wrote these books. Well, okay, hold on. This one, Lock and Key is a short story, and Staff Meeting is also a short story. So those are like $1 if you guys are interested in getting those, either on my website or getting them on Amazon. If you get them from my website, you're getting the PDF, so you're going to be reading it from the website. Somebody said they wanted a signed copy from me, and so I think I need to email them and let them know that it's just an online-only thing. And then if you like a book that's big as a brick, Carrow's Tarot is a book I wrote about tarot cards, and it's pretty hefty. And it's actually for season that I should have been marketing it, but I didn't quite do that very well, did I? Nope, no, I didn't. But if you know somebody who's into that stuff is there. And obviously Queen of Swords and Silence, that's my first ugly baby I wrote, and I love it very much, although I know every time I look at it, I'm like, I want to go back and make it better, but I really want to leave my first book alone just because at some point when I have my 20th book written, I can go back and do a comparison about what I've learned over my journey, so I'm not quite there yet. How many books have I written? Do novellas count as big books? I guess that's the question. You guys can let me know. Yes, all these cool graphics that are on my website too. I wonder where they came from. Maybe they came from an Amy who is good at SEO. Did you guys know that Amy does SEO and websites? You should probably talk to Amy about your website if you want one. Let's see. Oh, and then the jumped. What name do you sign when you are asked for an autograph? Usually just Carrow Brown. Nobody's asked for anything for Faye Black, but my readership for Faye Black it's very tiny. But that's what I sign as. Yeah, pretty much. If somebody wanted me to sign a Faye Black book, I'd sign Faye Black, but everybody's just asking for Carrow Tarot. Let's see. I have 2 copies of Carrow's Tarot, one physical, one digital. I'm working my way through. Oh, I hope you like it, Stacy, and thank you so much for buying 2 copies. That means a lot to me. That means that you might like it, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, what's her problem? All I did was unplug this thing. Yeah, no, he's very startled. I'm gonna have to go back and let him know I'm not actually angry at him. All right, so I think on that note, what is this? What? I hear Amy is launching her. Why are you talking about yourself in the third person, Amy? Stop it. Is launching her creative agency soon. Whispers from the Gremlins. You're gonna have to cover that site in Gremlins, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. You could have been doing anything else with these last 2 hours, and you decided to spend it with me is a fact that I am very respectful of. If you are interested in anything that I've written, again, links are down below if you'd like to do that. I have more videos here on YouTube if you're curious about that. I have LaterPress, which is a subscription service. So if you go pay one time, you basically get access to a whole bunch of stories on there. So you don't have to do like nickel and dime it if that's not something you want to do. And do I have anything else? Power Hour. Power Hour is coming back for November. I am actually in the process of setting up those first week streams right now. So if you guys would like to hang out with me for 1 hour and work on your NaNoWriMo project, whether it be On Track or Rebel or whatever, I will be doing that. So please feel free to join me. And I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'll talk to y'all again real soon. I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to confirm